Hi there, this is Diecast channel, and in this video we're going to do a review on this 1962 Pontiac Catalina 421 SD, that stands for Super Duty, made on a 1/18 scale by ERTL Collectibles in the American Muscle Collection. So stay with me to the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel in case you haven't subscribed yet. Give me your thumbs up, share this video, and also click the bell for news. So let's unbox this car and take a better look at it right now. For 1961, General Motors cars had some changes and started being a little boxier. The 1960 General Motors cars were pretty similar to the 1959s, but the lines were a little bit smoother and they didn't have those very fancy details as they had in 1959. Vent windows started having the triangular shape with a rounded edge. Pontiac is no exception to the rule. And for 1962, Pontiac Catalina had completely new lines compared to 1960 and 1961. 1962 also had this Pontiac Catalina 421 Super Duty, known as a factory race car. So this model car is not a rare model car, but it's a model car of a rare car. Only around 180 Pontiac Catalina Super Duties were made, and not many survived since they were race cars, so many of them were simply destroyed during races and all competitions those cars were used for. And this particular model of the Pontiac Catalina, different from the ordinary Catalinas, had front fenders and the hood, the complete front clip made in aluminum, making the car lighter. And the car counted on a 421 cubic inch V8 engine from 373 to 405 horsepower. It was not very clear, but the car was really fast at the time, and today these cars are very unique and very collectible. This model car is made by ERTL in a 1/18 scale. A pretty nice model car. It's a model of a very nice car as well. It has some little flaws ERTL really should correct, such as door misalignments. We can see that the doors look a little bit open, but they're actually not very well aligned to the body of the car. The hood is also a little misaligned, and the trunk has a little wider gap on the right side. It's got some pretty nice chrome trim, bumpers, tail lights, headlights, wheels and tires. Trims on the side are exactly like the real car. Some trims, such as quarter panel upper trim, are cast in metal and painted on, and the trim on the trunk lid is also cast in metal and painted on. They're painted silver, so they changed a little bit from chrome, but they're still pretty well mocked. And the interior looks quite nice. Wheels and tires with those duck dish style hubcaps also look very nice with the white striped tires. Logos are quite simple. We have a Pontiac logo on the grille and a Pontiac logo on the rear. Those are the only logos we have on this car. The reverse lights look pretty nice in the rear bumper, and the tail lights also look pretty realistic, made in acrylic with some chrome trims around them. True chrome ornaments on the front fenders. They're made in separate parts and look pretty okay. And the top is made of plastic. So we're going to take a look at this car and its details. General Motors cars in 1961 started having these vent windows with the rounded edge. This sort of design lasted for a couple of years, 1961 and 62, and this front end was perhaps used as an inspiration for the 1964 Pontiac GTO. Steel wheels with duck dish hubcaps and white striped tires look also very nice and very realistic, and according to the real car. The door handle is a separate part. The chrome trim on the door and on the quarter panel are separate parts as well. They have no more chrome trims. The car is pretty clean. We have just a fender ornament and this chrome trim that would go on the quarter panel as it happens to the real car. We also have the chrome trims around the window openings and around the top. So this is a hardtop car that looks like a closed convertible car. We have the gas cap, and the boomerang-shaped tail lights integrated to the bumper. Front end of the car, Pontiac's had this nose with the split grille and a Pontiac logo in the front with a very nice looking grille. This is just a mesh. It has a pretty good realism, could be a little bit better. Headlights, good, and the bumper looks good with no cast markings, no flashings. Turn signals and the two fender ornaments. This front clip and the hood used to be made of aluminum for the SD model. The ordinary Catalinas would have this in sheet metal. Windshield has a pretty good transparency, and windshield wipers are separate parts. They look good. The engine bay with the 421 engine and the aluminum intake manifold. Unfortunately, this hood won't open more than this due to those hinges. I've got to try to correct this issue. Still, we have this misalignment with engine bay is pretty simple with the battery, radiator and radiator hose, the front panel, and the engine itself, which is a separate part, the alternator, two carburetors, but nothing else really. 3 pedals, gas, brake, and a clutch, and a parking brake pedal right here for our left. A door with a simple hinge, a 2-spoke steering wheel with a chrome trim, a 4 on the floor, and a bench seat, which tilts. It's pretty well made. It's quite simple, and the interior is all made in black plastic. We have some textures that mock the floor mat for the driver, and the cushions for the seats, and the dashboard and gauges, which are quite simple. This tab here holds the car to the base. A door misalignment issue. You can see that the door just needs a little adjustment in the hinge. I'll perhaps work on this as soon as I finish the other projects. From the passenger side, there's not even a radio. And here on the glove compartment lid, we can read a Catalina that it's actually made in chrome, the real car, and with smaller letters than these ones. There's no central console as it could be expected. As it happens to the driver's side, we have a little misalignment. Pretty good tail lights, pretty realistic, made in acrylic with the chrome trims around them, going all the way down to the rear bumper. Reverse lights, license plate, lower trim, the upper trim, they're cast in metal and painted on. They are a little bit detached from these ones around the tail lights. They should be more adjusted. Trunk lid has some adjustment issues as well. As we can notice, that's a wider gap here than on the left side. Pontiac logo has a little misalignment. It's not really terrible, but it could be better. Rear bumper is pretty good, and the rear window has a pretty good chrome trim around it and a good transparency. This car's got a pretty simple trunk. It has an open trunk lid, which is nice for the old ERTL models, since not all old ERTL models would have those opening trunk. Pretty good lid with those reinforcements. They're cast in metal. They're pretty well made. Although this trunk lid has a little misalignment, the hinges are not bad. I would say this trunk is okay, not terrible, but not terrific. The base of the car is not bad, really. It's the black piece of plastic Pontiac engine that's made in light blue. Front and rear suspensions, which do not work. The front wheel steer. The mufflers are metal color, like a real car. This car is 1,554 at 5,000. Muffler tips look pretty realistic. Look pretty good. Perhaps a little black paint here would make them look a little bit more realistic. I would say this base is not bad for this standard of model car. Rating this car from 0 to 10, I would give it an 8. It could have a higher grade for being such a nice car. You have misalignments on the doors, hood, and trunk. Fortunately, Auto World seems to be correcting some of Earl's flaws with the new lines of products. So I think this car in the newer lines tends to be a little bit better made than this one in particular. So I'd like to thank you for all likes and views, for all subscriptions. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel in case you haven't subscribed yet. And also let me know down in the comments what you think about a video and about a car. And you have any further information on the Pontiac, especially the Catalina, or the Catalina 421 SD, that stands for Super Duty, please let me know down in the comments. And also, please don't forget to give me your thumbs up and share this video. This helps the channel a lot. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.